Alrighty then.
Welcome to Outdoor Fun.
Alrighty then. Cheers. Big, well, actually not big. It was supposed to be more snow than it was. Anyway, I'm back home. I'm in the gazebo. I'm gonna have some PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. And I'm gonna sit by the fire in my gazebo. But this thing's been acting up, but I did a little research and I'm thinking I might be able to fix it. Let's see if I can. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Yeah, I've got one of these square tabletop propane fire pits, and I'm always having trouble starting it. It's gotten worse and worse and worse. It's got so bad that I actually have to hold the switch, the valve. I have to keep it open or closed. I have to close it. It's not releasing. But I did some research, and there's actually a thermocouple, and I didn't realize this. So I think what happens is if the thermocouple doesn't detect the heat, it shuts it off. It won't allow the flow. So you got to start it, and then it heats up, detects it, and it allows the valve to stay open. If not, it closes it. Anyway, let me show you. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Yeah. So here's your standard. It's pretty much for any of these type of outdoor propane heaters. So basically, and here's my clamp that I had, but you're supposed to just hold it in, push it. It should light if the spark's working. It's cold right now, so sometimes the spark doesn't. And if that's the case, then I just light it with my lighter just to get it started. Once it's started, then now you're supposed to just hold this switch just for 10 or 15 seconds, maybe 20, and then it's supposed to stay on. But what it always does is it shuts off. Let me just see what happens here. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch, it'll work this time. No, so it shuts off. So then I got to do it again. All right, and I used to be able to do this 3 or 4 times and it would always start. But recently, it's like, it just will not stay lit. But that's when I did some research. And then what I would do is I would just clamp this. I would just push it in and clamp it. All right? But it's just not working. But I found out that there is, I don't know if you can see it, and I'll be able to find a better picture, I think, of this. Where is it? It is. Let me see. See if I can get a good spot here. Where is it? It's right here, where my finger is. There is a little valve, and if you just need to tighten that a little bit. So there's some sort of a connection issue. I don't know exactly what, but I'll cut and paste a better picture of it. But basically, I'm just going to tighten that little nut, and that is the thermocouple. So let me just tighten it and see if I get any better results. Stay tuned. Alrighty, I just tightened it just a tiny bit. Now let's just see. Oh, I gotta get I lost my gas again. Sometimes my little bit of gas just doesn't stay. Now let's just see. So I just hold that for, it's supposed to hold it for 5, 6 seconds. 10 seconds, I think, something like that. Look at this. It stayed on. You know what? For the last year and a half, I've been out here friggin' with this thing constantly. I click it, I click it, I click it, I click it, I hold it. Even started to clamp it with this stupid friggin' clamp. See? Look at this clamp. And then I was gonna try this other clamp. And then I was just doing some research and I found a guy that showed easy way to fix a outdoor propane fire pit that won't stay on. Anyway, this is awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Yoo-hoo! Anyway, that's it for this. This is awesome. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Well, that's awesome. Makes a huge difference. Cheers. I'm so glad that's working now. And hopefully that works for you. This is pretty cool. Anyway, great little hint that I got off of YouTube, and I'm glad to share it with other people, and hopefully it works for you. Anyway, see ya. Fireball. Alrighty then. Yeah, I wanted to share a little bit more about, the smart cottage and keeping it warm. Last week was a cold week. Like after I left the cottage, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, really cold, -24 one night. So I kept logging in and checking the temperature, which is so nice. You have the Wi-Fi, and I got the camera. I turn it in. I look at my my temperature sensors. I've got one outdoors, like I've said before, one down in the crawl space. Where's the other one? Out in the porch, and one inside. And I'm able to kind of figure out if I need to turn the heaters on. So I've got them set right now to turn on twice during the day for 3 or 4 hours. And that's actually done a really good job. But that night that was -24, temperature got down to like, it dipped below 40 Fahrenheit. So then I just turned the heater on manually a couple of times. And I think the worst it got was -38. -36, sorry, -36, and the worst it got in the crawl space was -34, so it was still above freezing. Anyway, I bought a new smart temp sensor, Tapo, just like my other stuff, and then it goes onto this smart hub, and then you can get multiple sensors, and they can connect into the hub, and even my power outlets can hook, I think, into the hub. Or the Tapo app can control them anyway, I think. So I have to figure this out. So this is part of my smart cottage. So what I want to do is have this temp sensor. I'm going to have it in the cottage. And then I bought, and then I'm going to be able to basically, when the temperature hits a certain temperature, I can manually put on my 2 heaters. So that's part one. But I also bought a new heater. And it's I wanted to get something that I could control over the Wi-Fi as well. So I bought a ceramic heater, just a small ceramic heater, 1500 watts, and the reviews were really good, and it's Wi-Fi controlled. So I can basically turn it on. I think I can set it just like this stuff. I can set it on a timer. Anyway, I'm excited to see how that works. I don't know if it has built-in temp sensor control that I can do something with, but I'm gonna play around with it at some point. The other thing was last week, because we did have that one night that was -21, something like that. It was very cold. Now I'm mixing between Fahrenheit and Celsius here. So usually when I say negative, I'm talking Celsius. And when I'm talking like 40 degrees or whatnot, I'm talking Fahrenheit. Obviously, it was not 40 degrees Celsius in here, or there'd be a sauna. It's kind of weird. It's like I grew up with this mixed between talking Fahrenheit and talking Celsius. Usually, I think in the winter, Canadians talk Celsius. But in the summer, a lot of times we talk Fahrenheit. Just because room temperature is like 70 degrees. And then it's warm when it starts getting 80, and then 90 and 95 is really hot. And I get mixed up with, okay, it's 15 Celsius. Okay, so what is that? Okay, so, and usually I just do a rough formula. I take the Celsius when it's positive. Now, it doesn't work when it's negative, but when it's warm out, so say it's 15 degrees Celsius, so double that is 30, and add 32, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's just a rough calculation. But so last week, when I was here, it was obvious I was losing most of my heat through these windows, these big windows. So I definitely have to replace them. But I just thought, wow, you know what? I'm going to put these panels. These are the little insulated panels that I had used previously. Where did I put those? I put those down in the crawl space in certain spots. And I decided, you know what? I had some left over, and they're perfect. So I 3 of them fit across the window, but I have a gap at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bubble foil and I'm going to put it along the top, staple it in, and it'll hold the panels. So I'll do it just for these 2 windows. I'll keep the third one kind of open, although I might close it a little bit. And then, but I think that made a huge difference. Like just those 2 windows having some extra insulated value, or I shouldn't say insulated value, they just helped. Yeah, no, I guess it's an insulated value. It helped with, avoiding as much heat loss. So I think next year for sure I'm going to replace those windows. I'm not sure if I'm going to replace all the windows. I'll get a quote and I may just replace them all. But for now, I'm going to put the bubble wrap along the top. I just need to take a couple measurements, figure out what I'm going to do. Should be the same. 41 inches, 41 inches. Yeah, let me get my bubble foil and get that cut and see how it looks. Stay tuned. Let's see how much I have left. Yeah, it looks like I have enough. Forty-two inches. Nope. Ha! Measurements wrong. All right, that's not too bad. All right. Now, stick these under again. I'm bad at that. I measure sometimes once. I should be measuring twice, and I should be cutting once and not cutting twice. But anyway, I just had to shift it. But actually, that's not too bad. So that's, there's a couple of small little gaps, but overall, from an insulated value, I think that makes a huge difference. So I'll just do the other one and then I'll show you. I won't embarrass myself messing up the cut. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, that one actually turned out really, really well. What a difference. It's amazing. And they're tucked in there quite solidly. I've got these smaller pieces that I used. I used to put these in certain spots a few years ago. I thought because when I first started reading about or learning about bubble foil, I started playing around a little bit. But I think what I'll do is I've got these extra little pieces. I'm just going to overlap them, and I'll just make, because I ran out of my bigger pieces. I do have one piece that I use to block the sun. Sometimes I'm sitting at the computer and the sun is so bright. Actually, I have this piece I'll show you. I have this piece, and it fits like that. It just blocks the sun, so I can hang out with the computer, but I don't want to block the sun completely. So I'm going to keep this piece, but I'll just make a little spot just to go across the top. That'll hold those panels in a little bit better. So let me just put that together. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, I just made a little panel. I just taped 4 of these smaller panels together. Yeah. Anyway, this stuff is fun to use. It's so sticky. It takes forever though to peel it. And if you remember watching me try to do that before, it was a real fun thing to watch. There, that's all there is to it. So now I've got these 2 panels, and I just have one little area where I'm gonna lose, some heat, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. And then if it's too sunny, I'll just throw this up over it. I could actually even just throw this up there. For added insulated value. Very cool. Anyway, I think what I'll do next, I think, is just kind of get organized, and I'll show you the new Wi-Fi heater. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, here's that new heater I got. It's from a company called Give Best. It had really good ratings, and a lot of people bought them. I bought it on Amazon. Okay, let's see if we can get it out here. It can be mounted on the wall, or it can just sit on the floor. So it's got 2 options. It's not huge, but it has like a built-in fan and Wi-Fi connection. So I'm kind of excited to see what it's like. Nice. And it has a remote control as well. Anyway, I'm just going to get the instructions, take a quick look, and then I'll put I think there's feet that come with it, and then I'll plug it in and see what it's like and talk about it. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, nice little unit. One comment is the remote control doesn't come with batteries, but I grabbed the batteries out of my remote for my satellite dish. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but let me just plug it in. It's a nice little unit. Okay. Power on. 47. Let's go. 70. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, so it's 46 degrees right here, right now, and it's set for 70. It's got some nice heat output. Nice. Well, I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to read through the instructions, and I already took a quick look, and there's an app, so I can scan, and I'll download the app, and I'll start controlling this thing, and we'll see how long it takes. So to heat this area up. I think it should be quite good because I know the other ceramic heater I have, it heats up very quickly and it has a nice fan, it just blows. Right now, my other infrared heater is really nice at heating this room when you're in it because it heats objects and it just makes things feel warmer. Whereas this heats the air and the whole area, not just what the infrared is reaching out to. So I think it's going to be a nice complement to the two radiator oil-filled heaters that I have. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll share more information once I get it all set up and running on the app and everything. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. So I downloaded the app. Everything went smoothly. Got it connected to the Wi-Fi. I can control it now. I set 2 timers up. So I've got the 2 oil heaters going at different times. Actually, they go at the same time. One in the morning, once in the morning, once late at night. And then I've just set this up to go for, I think, 3 hours during the day. So I'm going to kind of monitor this now and see what kind of delta I have. Now that I have my my other Tapo thermal sensor, I'm going to be able to kind of monitor the temperature throughout the day. And then it should be kind of cool. So I should be able to kind of graph it because it actually has that feature. I'm pretty sure I read about that. So I'll probably install that thermostat later. I think I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day. I'm going to see how this heater, I don't have anything else on. It was 47 degrees. So it kind of cooled down because I was here and I had the doors open and I was doing all kinds of other stuff. But now for the rest of the night, I'm just going to monitor that, see how it works, and I'm going to go hang out, maybe have a fire, and then try to figure out what I'm going to do for supper. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned, and see ya. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at these new smart sensors. All right, so this is the smart temperature and humidity sensor from Tapo. Man, it's so small. Holy smokes, it is tiny. Wow. I mean, that's the box. And this is the sensor. Look how small that is. Holy smokes. That is so cool. Home automation, you gotta love that. All right, I don't think I'm gonna need any of that. Little carrying strap. Okay, pop this. Oh, okay. Not sure what kind of battery it takes, but very neat. Quick start guide. I'll take a look at that in a second. Now you need to have this smart hub to go with it. So I got the what was it? What's it called? The Smart Hub H200 from Tapo. Smart alarm and chime, wireless networking, micro SD slot card. We'll find out what this looks like. We'll unbox it. So this could go here. Instructions, network card, cable, Ethernet cable. I'm not going to be using that. But if I had my modem, my 5G modem, actually, it might actually, I don't think it does, but I'll be accessing this wirelessly, not directly through RJ45. Smart Hub. All right, well, let me take a look at these instructions and get everything set up and hooked up to my phone. And once I got that all hooked up, I'll let you know how easy it was and if I have any comments on setting it up. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then. Well, this has been a real challenge. I was trying to get this thing connected to my Wi-Fi, and it kept saying initial setup needs an RJ45 connection to your modem. So anyway, I've got this 5G modem, and I thought it was just wireless, and there wasn't an RJ45 port. Anyway, I started looking online. Anyway, there's like a hidden RJ45 port right there. So I had to just lift this little cover. Now I have RJ45. So hopefully I can get this thing set up. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Wow, this took me a little while to figure out. Man, good thing I have an okay background in this stuff. Anyway, I've got it connected now to the Ethernet port, and I've just left it wired. So, and then I was able to connect my sensor, and I connected my cameras to this. This is the hub. And I didn't put an SD card in because there's SD cards already in the two cameras, but I could just have one SD card, and then I don't need the SD cards in the camera for storage. And you can connect a doorbell to this. You can connect all kinds of cool sensors. Anyway, I took a screenshot so you can see what it looks like. I'm not sure if I'll add any more to this video. Smart Cottage, it's coming together. Love it. Anyway, see ya! Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, hey, cheers. I gotta say, that wasn't the easiest thing to install. Anyway, it's done now. I got myself a glass of red wine. Cheers. I just did my final check. I don't need the SD card in the hub. I can use the SD cards in the cameras. At some point though, I could put it in the hub and not need it in the cameras. I thought maybe I would need the SD card in order to keep the temperature and humidity data, because this is so cool. This T310 sensor that I have, actually using the hub, it actually keeps all of the data. So you can actually go in and see, and I'll play around with this, but you can actually see what the temperature's been doing. So, on a really, really cold night, I can see how much heat transfer I lost. And I can play around with turning on the heaters at certain times and kind of figure out what's the most optimal. I can actually also turn on my heaters, my two that are on the plugs, on the Wi-Fi plugs. I can turn them on whenever a temperature hits a certain threshold. Man, that is so smart. Anyway, that's it for this video. This smart cottage is starting to really be pretty smart. Anyway, that's it for now. See ya! Alrighty then, at the property, gonna go check the cameras. I got a new set of gaiters for trying to keep my boots from getting wet, but I'm also gonna be using the snowshoes today. So I'm gonna head in and check the cameras, hopefully get some good footage. I'll put it at the end of the video. Stay tuned. Yeah, check out my new gaiters. Just cheap on Amazon. I think they were like $15, but you know what? I just wanted to get a feel, see if I like them. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm going for a little walk. Alrighty, fairly fresh tracks. Hopefully, maybe we'll see something when we get in here. Yeah, looks like Ben might have come through here on the snowmobile as well. Although it's been snowed over, but you can see where the tracks used to be. But something's been walking through right here. Anyway, hopefully we'll see something. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Well, I checked the first one, but there weren't a lot of tracks. But I didn't check the actual video. But if I might have to reposition the one on the main trail, but we'll see. Maybe I got stuff before the big snow. Anyway, I'm gonna go down this little hill that I have. I think eventually I'll bypass this maybe next year and put a more level trail over there, because this might be a little bit sketchy. Anyway, let's see. I guess if I fall, it'll be good video coverage. So here I am, and she's pretty steep. Okay. And what am I thinking? What was he thinking? Whoa, slide. Slide. Well, at least I got some experience skiing. Whoa. All right, that wasn't too bad. I made it. Yeah, so it's a lot flatter right across here. Just there's all these trees. But I think it'd be perfect for next year because it'll give me an opportunity to get some more firewood. So there's a lot of trees right in here that we can harvest for firewood. And I'll be able to bring the ATV, because Ben cut a nice little trail right to the top of that hill and over to the edge here. I'll be able to bring the ATV right in, cut a trail through here, and then maybe eventually widen this trail enough that we can use it on the ATVs, but also in the snowmobiles in the wintertime. Anyway, stay tuned. Let me check the other cameras. Alrighty then. Oh, that was a good workout. Anyway, I'm just short distance away from the barn, or the garage, the outbuildings at the property. I'm just cutting up through the secondary trail. Oh, anyway, I guess I'm gonna head back and I'll check the content. Hopefully we get some good pictures. I'll put them at the end of the video. See ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.